So, this is serious. The police are following me around. One of them looked like white and the street on the floor. The street like hit me also. Because I hit my phone. As I was coming out from the train, they came to meet me and they walked me. They walked with me in an intimidating way. So they arrested the person and the street on the floor. So CCF, you have to do something. Your police are spitting at Africans. This Trump's approach is Transportation Secretary Duffy to say, the subway shithole, and they say this was the calling African shithole. I criticized him a lot, and during his first term in office, as I was criticizing him, they set me up and locked me up in the psych ward. The police department stole my green card. So the second time now, they're following me around, and the police came and spit. Don't touch that floor. The police spit. I'm an African. The police are spitting at me. CCF, you have to do something before they kill me in the subway. Some black Americans don't like Africans, say Africans sold their ancestors to slavery. So anytime I try to use the bathroom, the Standard Ferry bathroom, Grand Manhattan Terminal, or the Port Authority bathroom, 42nd Street, or the 34th Street train station, Penn Station, they'll call the police on me for no reason, the workers. They'll lock up the bathroom, tell they want to lock up the bathroom early. Anytime I try to use the bathroom. So the police are spitting at me. They need to arrest them for inciting violence. As I was going on the train today at 14th Street, a black American guy was following me and was saying the word crazy, crazy, crazy. And soon enough, some kids were like having sexual intercourse at the Fulton station. Then I got on the train to go to Brooklyn at High Street. This black American was trying to bump into my sister. I said, where I'm at on the train is full. Go use the next door. And it was threatening me because they always try to rub their body on me on the train, on the A train. And this Ricardo has been mentioned in the A train recently. He was doing an event, and Miss Jones from this radio station called The Block was there. She's also Black American, and they said somebody's going to have a long ride on the A train. So I'm thinking, either they want to arrest me and put me in their mental ward. I heard they can lock up in the mental ward for a long time. I'm just claiming you're a violent person, kill you, or even kill you. So they're spitting at me, trying to start a fight with me, and beat me to death. So FIFA is not set to host the World Cup here. CCF has to do something. The NYPD took my home in 2010, wrongfully, the basement apartment, and there was a court order. The Brooklyn Supreme Court, there was a court order from the Legal Aid Society that filed a lawsuit that people that vacate, they have to give them hotel rooms. And they refused to give my mother a hotel room. My mother had a U.S. passport, I had a green card. We applied for the hotel room. And Ricardo was trying to help us, and the police was beating death. Me and my mother called you CCIB, and you didn't help us. This police are out of control. You need to investigate them and refer the case to the U.S. Congress and also to the New York State Commission on Ethics and Lobbying in Government, because they said this Trump is trying to destroy his critics. I criticize him a lot because I used to go to his hotel, Taj Mahal in New Jersey, and then they told me not to come to his hotel anymore. I used to gamble there. As a poor person, as a poor black person, they like to only have white clientele. So I thought I was going to sue them, and before I could sue them, my friend Eric Garner was going to help me. They killed them. The police went and beat him dead. After I met with Eric Garner, and I told him to help me with some court cases, and the police went and beat him dead afterwards. And they didn't let me testify because I reported Eric Garner for the field. So your police are following me around and spitting. This is a health hazards, and where I normally go to take a shower and stuff. They told the workers not to let me take a shower. I used to go to Newark, Penn Station. There's a place there called, I forgot the name, Homeless Services of New Jersey and stuff. And they intimidating me, telling me I can't come in anymore to take a shower. And the black American workers there, they were ganging up against me. So I'm expressing ethnic abuse, whereby they deny me shower services. And I believe this NYPD works with the New Jersey police. And even when I try to use the bathroom at the New Jersey Penn Station, Newark, the black Americans there will mock me, so I'm going to be killed soon. Like 3 years ago, they said, you see, you're going to, and so that are you using black Americans to start a fight with me? So you have to pick me there. And the police will also join and be spitting. So the police camera picked it up, the subway camera. So what is it called? MTA, you have to do something. I know your white boss, Lieber, said he wants to remove homeless through any crook and means, but having the police pit people like me as an African color shit out, that's illegal. So they're having black Americans that were arrested and the police are spit. I need to arrest them. I'm expressing hate crime. When I sit on the train, some black Americans will come at me like they're about to punch me in my face. And I've seen Africans like me get punched. I get punched also regularly by black Americans. So they're using your subway for hate crime. So, you're supposed to host the World Cup next year. You're supposed to make billions of dollars from foreigners that will come here. And it's not fair that you treat us foreigners like garbage. So I'm going to inform FIFA. You have to take care of your security needs when your police are joining with black Americans to attack Africans. It looked like it might be a white police and it was spitting and I felt the wetness like hit my face. I felt something wet hit my face. It spit, and I felt that wetness hit my face. I don't even know if I can go to wash my face. I don't know if there's some disease. Your police are spitting at blacks, and they're not even, people are jumping the turnstile. They're just anti-African. It's only me that go against people jump the turnstile all the time. They don't bother. Under this requirement, the black Americans have privilege. None of them pay subway fare anymore. Nobody bothers them. It's me that bother. If I try to use the bathroom, they'll call the police on me. The black American workers. So I'm the only person that police has homeless African. Another African like me, they said he told me they stole his green card as he's homeless. They stole my green card also. So your MTA can be used to terrorize Africans. You know, you know, you know, the MTA can't be a movement to stop Africans. That shouldn't be the name of your MTA. Movement to stop Africans. You're illegal. You need to check the escort. Your police are spitting at me as an African. They deny me hygiene services. Places I go to take a shower and stuff. There's, the black Americans they jump me. My mother's daughters also killed my mother for money, violence for her. And I approached the Nigerian government. They wouldn't help me either. I'm a transsexual. So, and they say, when they kill somebody like me, it's very easy for people to make claims to my property. So I believe, some of these people have an interest in getting me killed or horrifically by the police and sharing my property and my estate. Because I don't have any child, I'm a transsexual. So they say if you're killed like that, people can make fake claims that you adopted a child, you're the surrogate, or you owe them money. So I believe, and they believe my mother's daughters are compromised, they're into crime, and fraud. They will serve as false witness. So in case I'm killed, I don't want any family member or friend to represent my estate. I only want civil rights activists to represent my estate. International activists and local activists. And they should help me get justice for me and my mother and give the rest to charity for those suffering xenophobia, those being deported by Trump. If any of them has been abused, they should find them anywhere in the world and sponsor them to go to school. And so in case I'm killed by the police, this is where the money should go to. I'm not trying to be killed by your police, but please help me. MTA, it's not your hate agency. Your police are spitting at Africans. That police officer needs to be locked up. If there's something wrong with his brain, he can't be having a gun and be spitting at Africans. So your police are spitting at Africans, and they're trying to follow me around with their gun and trying to start a fight with me. They said one of the Venezuelans that fought with the police has been deported already. So they know that there are gangs in Nigeria, the government's gangs, that will eat me alive, kill me if I end up in Nigeria, and maybe take my sperm and impregnate women there and claim those children born should inherit my property. So this is like a inheritance scam. This is why this Trump is trying to deport people like me out of the country, so that I can be killed in a place like Nigeria and they can steal my sperm, impregnate women, and claim I have a lot of kids in Nigeria and they will inherit my property. So the Nigerian government is also hating. They said the Nigerian government is broke. It's one of the most corrupt countries in the world. I approached the Nigerian embassy to help me. They promised to help me, and they just ignored me. In 2019, when they locked up in the psych ward, my mother had just been killed by her daughters, Valeria and Flora, who framed mental illness on my mother. They were born in America, so they speak American English. So, and your local lawyers here don't help me. I just found out that this Trump was behind some of the negative response I was getting from your local lawyers. He said during his last administration and now he's threatening lawyers that if they represent certain people, he's going to use the Justice Department to investigate them and is going to penalize them. So they said, so this is what is going on. So I've approached like 500 lawyers even when my mother was alive, even before Trump became president. The lawyers don't help us foreigners. Even when I had an immigration case, that's the state. When I had an immigration case, my mother spent like $10,000 and all the lawyers would take the money. A lot of them would show up in court. My mother brought me from Nigeria here in 2000. And even though I had a green card stamp on my passport, they arrested me in JFK, said, "Children are not welcome here," and lied to the judge that I didn't have a visa, even though I had a visa in my passport. And all the lawyers were aware, I believe, they would check my mother's money and won't show up in court. Because, and they were all playing a game, and my mother later ended up dying of a heart attack. When her children frightened her to death as she was suffering, she went to live with her child in Pittsburgh, Bolale, and she said that child was poisoning her food, so she ran back to New York to come to the hospital, and that daughter followed her to New York. Even though my mother didn't tell her daughter what hospital she was in, my mother was shocked that her daughter was able to find out. But and her other sister, Flora, and they told the doctor to lock my mother up in the cycle just to get my mother to panic and die early because they know my mother works as a nursing assistant and she likes to fight for her right. So they set her up in a panic type incited violence against her because they said that Bellevue Hospital, they always use extreme force. It's a government hospital and they're used to dealing with prisoners from Rikers Island. So once the doctor orders something and you don't comply, they use extreme force to strap you to the bed and take you to the psych ward. A guy testified that he was also put in the psych ward so they'll beat you up. So they'll beat us. I believe them, I'm beating my mother to death. I don't set her up. They go on the internet and stuff. Because Bishop Hospital is notorious for killing people and harming people in the site for Bellevue Hospital. So they told the doctor to lock her up just to start a panic attack. I said my mother didn't survive. My mother was telling me about it that her daughters were arrested in the hospital and they went and told the doctor, Bolani and Fred. My mother was saying they were trying to extort money by killing her early and making filing a insurance fraud claim, said they were moving with people that was into insurance scam, life insurance policy. And even if possible, they were trying to extort the city of New York money and get the city of New York to kill my mother so they can blame it on the city of New York and get money for themselves. They said that kind of practice is called ghetto lottery, where people will try to extort the city of New York by claiming the police harmed them, and just falsify claims except they set my mother up for real to die. This is not a fake death. My mother died for real. Be careful. Police officers speak on the floor and they're stepping on it. Some people are stepping on it and they take their leg off and they have children that will touch before they step on. So last students arrested a police officer for endangerment and being a health hazard and terrorizing on the subway. A black American that was terrorizing people on the subway 2 years ago, he was shooting, nobody died, but he's now locked up life in prison. A black American, that was shooting at people, nobody died. A Nigerian also that was trying to bomb a U.S. airline a airline. I forgot his name, Fatu. They call him the underwear bomber because he said he had a psychological issue. He didn't kill nobody. The plane didn't crash, thank God. But it's not serving life in prison because under U.S. law, any form of terrorism in a transportation center to scare anybody is life in prison. So that police officer followed around the statement as people doesn't fit. This is if they have any kind of condition, they have COVID. Because I didn't wear no mask. So this is it did that to terrorize me. They always have like they're about to shoot me, when they come to the bathroom with me also. So please, they need to arrest me for terror on the subway and make an example out of them. Invite your press that you're not going to welcome abuse on immigrants, even if they're Nigerian. That some black Americans hate the Nigerians and West Africans. This is for the system of slavery. So this Eric Adam is palling with Trump. Trump helped him dismiss the criminal charges. And I told the judge not to dismiss it. So in retaliation, this Eric Adam is in control of the police, and they are trying to get rid of me, trying to start a fight with me. They said the Venezuelan that was fighting with the police has been deported by Trump back to Venezuela. So they said all they need is to, because I'm a permanent resident, even though they stole my green card. So they need something to arrest me for, so they can deport me. So I believe all these police are trying to deport me because they know I wouldn't survive in a place like Nigeria. The Nigerian government wouldn't help me. And I've been getting followed by like fraud syndicates who trying to lure me to sexual relationships. So now they're bringing kids to be kissing and having sex around me in the subway. I'm a transsexual. I'm not into straight sex and stuff. So they're trying to lure me for whatever reason. So I guess in case I get killed, they can claim, I authorize women to take my sperm and impregnate themselves and have children for me and inherit my estate to their child. So I guess this is what they're trying to lure me to straight sex. And under the gay conversion law, it's against the law to try to make a gay person straight. So I'm a transgender gay, and they're trying to entice me with straight sex. They'll be having little kids have sex in front of me in the subway, and they were trying to bump into me. So I'm so terrorized. You made America hell. Stop it! Stop it for 500 years of slavery and killing Africans. I mean, they've killed my mother, killed my Puerto Ricaner. MTS, stop it! Stop making America hell! Stop making America hell! You're making money from foreigners. China invests here. The world invests here. Stop making America hell! Stop it! Arrest this police! Arrest this police! It was caught on camera. Arrest your lying police. They killed my son and got alive. They're filled with hate. Arrest them before he go kills an African. Arrest your lying police. And if Eric Adam is trying to participate in this hate episode of experiencing, he needs to be arrested. He was in prison once for helping beat up a prostitute for not giving him money when he was a teenager. He said he was providing protection service for that prostitute, and he went to prison, him and his gang, for beating up that prostitute who refused to give him money. So I think they're just trying to swindle me for money, because I'm trying to sue Bellevue for killing my mother with the aid of my mother's daughters who framed it in his honor. And I'm trying to sue the NYPD for taking my home and U.S. immigration. I think they're just trying to swindle me for money. And since I won't budge, they believe they can just kill me and go on without me. And they use terms like, people that say strangers use terms like useful idiots, and say we'll go on without you. We don't need you for our scheme. People just be walking by saying all kinds of nonsense like that. So I guess they feel I'm a useful idiot that just meant to suffer and suffer and suffer so they can claim, and kill me eventually and claim and get people to scam my estate and claim, these people are my surrogate and I promised them to extract my sperm and garbage up. This is a scheme and they need to find out if this Eric Adam is involved because I contacted him to help me with a hotel room. There's a court order since 1990s that anytime somebody's vacated by the city of New York from a basement apartment like me and my mother were, they have to give you a hotel room. And this Eric Adam refused to give me a hotel room. I've been contacting him on Twitter for the past 3 years. I contacted him on his phone number he gave out to Black Americans on a radio station called WBLS on a Sunday morning show, second Sunday of every month. He would promise the Black Americans he will help them and give his phone number. So I texted him on that number, he never responded back to me. But I heard he was giving hotel rooms to Black Americans. There were some Black Americans that had they were vacated from the Bronx 2 years ago, and they went to visit them in the Bronx and give them hotel room because that's what the court order said. So anyone vacated like me from my home on Staten Island, they have to give me hotel room permanent. So me and my mother applied for the hotel room, but Eric Adams is mainly giving the hotel room to Black Americans. I said he loved the Africans, he left them on the street, put the Spanish people in the hotel room. So it's using its power to revenge against Africans. See people step on that spit. And it's weaponizing its police to be spitting at me. They just spit at me. These police are just spit at me. They say if they can get you to fight them, they can deport us and that's why we can kill you. So this Eric Adam has to be stopped. Your MT is being used for hate against Africans. So they're antagonizing me using racial slurs. So even this Trump was calling African country shithole country. And so he's working with Trump. So they just antagonizing me. I pay myself with fair. And they just antagonizing me for nothing. And they believe I can be killed and they can do a scam. They have some scammers also working with these people that just want me killed so they can go online court that they are my surrogates and they need my sperm to impregnate women and have children. That's my wish. I don't have any wish to have child or children. I'm a transgender, gay, and I'm not looking to have children. I'm not looking to get married to anybody dead or alive. So in case I'm killed, any money in my estate should be given, should be used to get justice for me and my late mother, and the rest should be given to people that suffer xenophobia. Priority are people that have been deported by Trump. If they suffer xenophobia abuse, they should be given money to go to school, get housing, and anybody in the world. This was